Hello, good evening. It is time to unbox some yarns. So, I mentioned this in the previous vlog, probably in the previous two vlogs, but I was expecting my MILF Mayhem to come in the first box out of 4, a year-long thing. And I picked it up from the post point today. So excited about it. I love the stickers that came with it, but I cannot show those on YouTube. They are not safe for YouTube. Anyway, we got the MILF Mayhem. If you also ordered this and you haven't opened yours yet, don't watch this video, I guess. Be warned, I'm gonna show off the MILF Mayhem contents. So we got the little pamphlet bookie that comes with it. Some movie recommendations that I'm gonna actually look at because Aiden has taste, okay? Then there was this little stitch marker. If it wants to focus. Gorgeous, just a little vampire teethies. Love that. Then this is a stick to wind a ball of yarn with a center pull. It comes with instructions. I will consider trying it out with the yarns. And then the main course, the yarns. I'm gonna open a pamphlet so I can show them to you in order. Starts off for January with Eternal Hunger Vampires, which is this one. They're all on a sock base, by the way. 80% superwash merino, 20% nylon. Sock base is called Squirm Sock, which is an UndercoverOtter exclusive. I'm very excited about that. It feels amazing. Very soft. Anyway. Keep in mind that the lighting here is a little yellowish, so these are different in person, but I can't fix that for you. I'm sorry. You'll see it when I'm like in a better lighting situation when I'm working with these at some point. But it's like nice bluish, pinky, reds and stuff. I think it's pretty. And then the second one, Velvet Flame Succubi, is this one with the pinks and the purples. Very pretty. I like this one a lot. It's kind of reminding me of a specific fanfic I read. But we're not gonna get into that here. And then the last one is Infernal Rebellion Demons with a bit of orange in there. Very zesty. Love it. I think the pink and the orange is a great combination, especially with a bit darker patches in there. I think they all go together as well. I was just chatting with my friend about this and I'm considering just turning the whole set, all 12 of them, into socks, because it is a sock yarn. But then again, I am not that confident in my sock making abilities yet. And I still have a sock in progress, so I can't start it regardless. I'm gonna save these for a hot minute, okay? And then maybe I'm doing 12 pairs of socks, or maybe I'm doing something completely different with these. I don't know. What I do know is that I have some different yarn from UndercoverOtter in my stash exactly for this reason. I bought this yarn a little while ago. It's on a different yarn base. I can't make socks with that, by the way. That yarn base is not for socks. And I bought 3 skeins of it. And I bought that UndercoverOtter yarn because I would know that I would get like this choice paralysis for the first MILF Mayhem box. But I would still want to work with some of their yarn. So I'm gonna grab that now and work with that. Yes. Here we are. This is my other yarn from them. This is, I don't know how to pronounce that, but it's on the yarn base called Singularity, which is a single ply. And it's gorgeous, and I think I got the last 3 of these, so unless they've been re-dyed, you can't get this. I'm gonna cake this up right now and then watch some Dungeon Meshi with my friends. And then I'll be making a mesh shirt with this. Hi, okay, it's a bit later. I was trying to get it to be like a raglan, but it wasn't going the way that I wanted to go. So I frogged it, and I'm gonna sleep on it. I'm gonna decide how to do this. So I don't know. I want it to be mesh, but I'm okay with also sewing it together or having like solid bits in it. I need to think about it. Hi, hello, it's the next day. I have some progress. I decided to start bottom up, and that should make it easier for me. So this is where we're at. It is in fact mesh, and it should fit. I'm not sure how it's gonna work on the shoulders yet, but that's a problem for later. I'm gonna be working on this for a little while, and then I have university stuff to get, so I have fieldwork to do, I have reading to do, I have a thesis to work on. Tomorrow we're going to the zoo, so I won't update you then, but I might be working on this a little bit. And I'll also be getting in some more packages this week, not of this yarn. I have yarn for a sweater that I have planned, that will be its own video. And I've got stuffing. You might know that I buy my stuffing in bulk, and about a little over a year ago, a year and a half ago now, I bought 10 kilos of it, and that lasted me about a year. And when it was about to run out, it was out of stock on the place where I buy it from, and I have been making less plushies because of that, because I don't want to buy expensive stuffing, especially because it's usually different kinds of stuffing and it's not really clear what type it is, and I just want everything to be stuffed with the same material, consistent texture overall. But it was back in stock, I ordered it, it shipped out, it should be here somewhere end of the week, next week. And then I'll have 10 kilos of plushie stuffing in my basement again, and I can start making plushies. Including big fellas. Yippee. I am a little bit sleepy, but that's okay because mesh pattern is easy. It's just a double crochet chain, skip one double crochet chain, you know. I got a comment on Instagram, not a comment, a DM from someone asking if I could do a tutorial on how I do my granny squares, so I probably will. But I don't do my granny squares the same for every project type. It kind of depends on what they are for. And I will explain that then, I guess. If someone asked, so I'll do it. Expect that soon-ish. Fun, I'll go back to work now. Good morning. Wow, I got this far yesterday. It's not very far, but it is definitely progress. Today I'm going to the zoo. I'm excited. It's gonna be warm though. It's only April. Why is it 23 degrees? I'm all built for that. I'm built for winter. I do prefer when it's warm over when it's freezing. 23 degrees is very acceptable temperature. When it gets above 30, I'm gonna start freaking out though. Hi, Neo. Good morning, baby. Oh, I'll complain about any temperature, to be honest. Everything sucks. Temperature is bad. Can everything just be like a solid 19 degrees permanently? Thank you. I'm going to be working on this for a little bit before we head out, which I still have a few hours for that. I woke up relatively early, yay me. And then I'm bringing this with me, my sock, because it's at the section where it's just stuck in it, and I can do that while in the car, and I can do that while walking, and yeah. Mesh stitch is really easy, but I do have to look at it and kind of pay attention to how big I make my chain stitches. If I had a granny square project going right now that wasn't just tiny squares, I would bring that with me because I don't have to look at that, and then I can look at more creatures. But I don't think I do, and I'm not allowed to start a new project today, so we're bringing the sock, and then I just won't get as much done. When we went, oh, Neo, ow. You want this? When we went to the Efteling, I got a lot done because then you have to wait in line, you know, for the roller coasters and stuff. But there's not really any waiting in line at the zoo, so maybe just car time for crafts. I'll let you know. I will let you know, and I will probably show you some pictures when we're back because these creatures are adorable. Last time I went, a penguin like kind of tripped and fell into the water and made a funny noise, and all of the other penguins made a funny noise. So I hope I see something like that again. The penguin was fine. He just made a funny noise and did a little splash in the water. Right, Nia? Well, that was so long ago that I last went to the zoo. We didn't even have you yet, stinky baby. You are our at-home zoo. Okay, bye. Hi, it's Sunday now. I went to work yesterday. I'm at the stage where I need to decide if I want this to be full length or cropped, because if it's cropped, I need to split it off now. But if it's full length, I need to keep going. I don't actually know what I want to do. I think if it's full length, oh wait, I think if it's full length, it's going to like awkwardly ride up the whole time. But also that would look good. I think this would look good, full length. I'll just do it. I'll just do it, and I'll keep pulling down my shirt the whole day if it keeps going up. I'm not sure if it would. It's stretchy. And comfy. Hold up. Alright, so when working on it, it's this long, but it has to stretch out a little bit to fit. I'm surprised that this is the correct size when working on it because it feels small, but it stretches, so yeah. And I did want it to be form-fitting and have negative ease, so I'm gonna keep working on it for a few more rows, I guess, and then split it off for shoulders. Or like the armhole area. I call it shoulders. But the ladies at the knitting club got kind of offended that I called it shoulders that early on already. Like, I don't know, man, I'm just making stuff. I think I'll have like this much layover for it. I don't know yet. I like that I have a single row of double crochets here, and I think I'm gonna have like a row of single crochets at the part where the shoulders connect, and then also a row of single crochets at the armpit, and then a row of double crochets at the end of the sleeve. Yeah. Okay. See ya. Hi, it's Monday. I have some updates. I decided to put a solid section at the top just because I had 65 mesh stitches and I didn't know how to split it for the sleeves with that. So I just went to solid, and then it would be 65 stitches on either side of solid. That makes much more sense, right? So we have this few rows of just solid, and then it splits off, and I'm working on one side. Yeah, I think I decided this slightly too late and I didn't want to take out some mesh rows, so it's probably going to be a bit of an underboob situation. I have to wear something under it regardless because this is not coverage anyway. But it's gonna maybe look a little silly, maybe. Everything looks a little bit silly. Everything I make looks a little bit silly and a little bit cool depending on who you ask, okay? It's fine. This is going to be really cool. Hi, it's Wednesday evening. I submitted my chapter draft. I don't know how to feel about it, but it's done and I submitted it on time and I went to the craft center today the full day. Great, innit? I also got a grade back from a portfolio assignment for a different course. I passed it well. I am content and happy with the grade. I have that class tomorrow morning, actually. Tomorrow morning I also have delivering a plushie in person. It's a little pillbug fella. You remember him? The green one? The roly-poly? I love those fellas. Packaged him up already, so I can't show you. So now I'm just working on this again a bit. I didn't bring this to the knitting group with me, by the way. Well, I brought it with me to show them the yarn, but I didn't work on it. I was working on the sweater that you will be seeing next week or the week after. It's going to be the Shy Demon sweater, you know, for the fella that I have as a tattoo from Sea Panda Pokes. Mako. I'm going to be making the rest of that sweater, so like the actual color work and the interesting parts, next week, I think. Most likely. But I just realized on my way home earlier today that it's one of my friend's birthdays coming up soon, and I'd like to make him a little something. So I will most likely be doing that as soon as I finish this, or maybe even before I finish this. I should finish this first though, because this should be out on Monday. We're gonna see. We're gonna see. Maybe this one will even be out after that one. Because what I want to make him is a sweater vest in like a two-color work. So I could have that done relatively quick. Like that could just be a single Friday of powering through for me if I really try. Who knows? Certainly not me. If I ever tell you something that I'll be doing next, don't believe me. I'm just out here doing whatever I impulsively feel like doing. I'm gonna say this here now though, because I'm assuming this video that I'm working on won't be out for months. I decided to make a separate video for the quilting project. Last video I got nice suggestions and compliments on my quilting progress, and that's amazing. I decided to make it its own video so I don't have to hold up a little hexagon flower every video or every few days going, I worked on my quilt for the next 3 months, right? Because at that point it gets boring. So that's going to be its own little video, and I'm just gonna have that be here whenever. If you're excited for it, yay! It'll be here at some point. The quilting is not my main priority. That is really just my Wednesday morning activity for now, and then also my I don't feel like crocheting, but I want to craft something activity. I'm gonna focus on this for a bit. I'm almost done with the first skein, by the way. Yay. Yay. And I need to start thinking about how I'm doing the shoulder connection here, because this is getting somewhere. Yes, I need to focus. See ya. Good talk. I love when we have a little talk. Hi, okay, quick update. I tried it on again and the copium has left my system. I definitely started the split for the sleeves too early if I want the solid bit to be boob coverage. But while looking at it like on, I was thinking if I just like go around in single crochets and do a little long chain of these two corners and just have that be like a tie behind your back situation, it would look very good, I think. And I still have 2 skeins of this, like this is the first skein still. So then I could make a regular long sleeve mesh still, right? I think in that case I would just do it in panels, probably. Yeah. I'm gonna figure this out and then you'll see if it looks good. And if it doesn't look good, don't tell me. Or do. I don't really care. You're allowed to have opinions. Okay, fixing that. Hello, it is the next day. What do we think? That's the shape in it. I think it looks fine. I like it. I'm gonna have to find that sports bra I have that has a really low back though, because the little line pisses me off and it doesn't stay up there. Well, theoretically it could, but it won't. If I find that, it's gonna be epic, and otherwise I'm gonna not think about it. It does definitely need a shirt under it because this is not coverage. I will be making a mesh shirt, sleeved and everything, with the remaining 2 skeins, but I will not be doing that in this video right now. If you're excited about that or want to see it faster, let me know and I'll prioritize it. Otherwise, it's a background thing that I'll do sometime because I just did a whole bunch of mesh for this. I really like the way this shapes. Like on its own, this is just a straight line, but because of the straps, it kind of shapes the same way as my necklace. That's cool. I've been wearing this necklace a lot. It's nice. That is it for this week. Thank you for joining me. Were you excited about my mail, my package, my yarn that I won't be using for a while? Because I'm intimidated by using it and then not being able to get more. I need to be certain of my decision for what I'm doing with that. It's scary. I'm gonna get started on my next project, and you will see that next week. Bye.